All right. Yep. Yep. Okay. Well, welcome everybody to Own the Con. We are going to go through kind of what happened at Colonel Con. Tell you a little bit of statistics about it. We're gonna hopefully give out some fun prizes and have a good time. So first off, a big thank you to our sponsors. We start every year, basically not knowing if there'll be another Colonel Con. So every time we go and start planning for Colonel Con, getting sponsors is number one priority, and we couldn't do this without them. So please put your hands together for the sponsors. There's been 5 years of Colonel Con, which is just incredible to think about. That we've been able to do that already. When in 2019 when we started, we weren't sure how this was going to necessarily work out, and it's great to see this community just continue to build and support this event where we can get together with like-minded people and and share the room and have good discussion. This is in 2020. However, we switched to virtual last minute. And then in 2021, we did Hack Live. So this is kind of our third in-person con, and not our fifth one yet. But there's still been 5 years of Colonel Con. So every time it starts, every one of the in-person ones, it starts with a box bonanza. Yeah, this is all at Tim's house mostly, or it was at Tim's house. Uh, I oh, okay. Kate, having not seen the slides that I prepared in 15 minutes, didn't know that this next slide was coming. So we ran out of boxes. So it was a garbage bag bonanza, and all of this was at Kate's house as she prepared to put all the swag together. Kate prepackaged every bag, right? Every single bag. So usually the next slide is us packing it when there's like 30 people and then we're all doing it. She did it by herself with the help of her husband and friends, but. They ran out of boxes. We used, are those lawn bags? Yeah. Well, thank you, Kate. Yeah, that's how things get here. I was at ShmooCon one time where our keynote, Bruce and Heidi, were talking about how they have to actually have a whole storage unit for all their stuff. We're not there yet, but there's a lot of it. The conference then started to take shape. You know what? I want to invite Tyler up. Where are you? There you go. Talk about the badges.
Yeah, quick comment on the garbage bags. So I moved all those from Kate's house to the conference, and I had a truck bed full of orange garbage bags. And at one point, I was following a garbage truck, and I wondered if people thought I was like with him. Little did they know. So yeah, I'm Tyler. This is Kevin. We made the badges this year. Thank you. So when we started, supply chain still kind of sucks. So the box we kind of put ourselves in is what can we make that's cool and functional and doesn't have all the supply chain problems like microcontrollers. And the answer to that was AM radios. So that's what we rolled with. It took us 5 prototypes to get things nailed down. Neither of us are RF engineer people, so it's black magic and just trial and error until it worked like we wanted it to. The PCB came from JLC PCB, and then our assembly house was in Georgia, Group Cyber City Circuits. They do a fantastic job. I think the most effort, at least I had to do, was 3D print all the knobs and mail them to them, and then they took it from there. So we took the lazy route, and they did a fantastic job. So huge shout out to them. And it kind of the radio kind of fit the science-y theme. I think people have made AM radio kits before. So we had our own bag stuffing party. Individually put all the stuff into the pink bags, and a picture from the assembly house. The other thing you noticed was transmitters. We use this thing that realtors use to put inside their houses when they're trying to sell them, and like park your car and listen to me talk about this house. So we repurposed a commercial off-the-shelf thing to be the transmitters with a Raspberry Pi and some crappy Python I wrote to loop over MP3s to do all the things, and then made some boxes out of scrap wood to keep prying hacker hands out of the boxes. Something new we did this year was a badge hacking village. We've never done something like that before. Kevin put together a great tutorial of how to modify your badge and add an amplifier and a potentiometer volume knob. And 75-ish people showed up, and I think nearly all of them left with a working...
Yeah. I just wanted to add in thanks to everyone who braved the badge hacking village and really committed the time to modifying their badge. So yeah, we left with almost everyone with a functional badge, even though some of them took some troubleshooting. So there were a couple that walked off, were like, hey, I have to hit a talk or whatever, but a lot of people came back or left with a functional badge. So thanks again for taking the time to come to the badge hacking village and to either brush up or even start from scratch on learning soldering skills.
Woo! And we still have some kits left, and all of the instructions are on our website. So come see us afterwards, and we're happy to send that home with you rather than with us.
Thank you guys. Thanks again for that, for the putting that badge together every year. It's fantastic. Okay. Next, I'd like to really take time to call out our speakers. Every year we get just amazing speakers at KernelCon, and like Tim said when he was introducing keynotes, we shoot high, right? We try to reach out to industry leaders and ask for submissions. We reach out to friends who we know are are well respected and authoritative in certain industries. So please, real quick, let's give it up for the speakers. And the people who support them. Because having their loved ones over here be for 3-4 days in some cases is a big commitment too. So we appreciate them as well. Hackers, here's all the pictures of the yellow badges. Yellow lanyards. I said badges. And yeah, we couldn't do this con if we didn't have people who came and wanted to partake and participate. So we really appreciate all of you and butts in seats here. And without you, there wouldn't be a conference to come to. So the OC, we appreciate you. This year we had a little bit of a slower training season. It was, I think, harder for people to get budget, which I understand. There is 4 courses, approximately 30 attendees. Defense and Depth Engineering, Introduction to Python, Practical Secure Code Review, and Securing the Cloud Foundations. It was 2 days of intensive training, and I've already heard some really good feedback and results from it. So this was excellent. And our villages, our villages are top notch every year. We had the hardware hacking village, we had lockpicking village, the radio village, the mental health hackers were here, the badge hacking that Kevin ran, and the Wild West Hacking Fest. They brought their labs here. How many people in the room, I'm curious, participated in one of these? That is a lot of hands. These are Uber volunteers who donate their time, and and their expertise to go out of their way to build fun projects, to put them together and haul them all the way here, bring hardware for all of you to hack, soldering irons, bring radio, Yagi antennas. The Wild West Hacking Fest, they had their whole team here, set up all their labs. So we really appreciate everything that they do. And our keynotes were fantastic. I laughed because I had very few pictures of the keynotes because I was so engaged in their conversations. This Wendy, we appreciate her, and of course Bruce over here, appreciate him. This title cracked me up. Your title slide there cracked me up, and it was there for a while you were talking. I just thought it was hilarious. This year we had a science fair, which was pretty popular. A lot of good science. There was a robotic lawnmower. I took some video of that. That'll go on Twitter later, but it doesn't really fit in slides. And some kids categories. Also, we had a screen printing. Just a number of projects. Can we do one more show of hands on people who went to the science fair? It's a good amount too. Well, thank you so much. The winner, based on the bribe category alone, was Birds Aren't Real. He had 2 perfect scores and won 7. So the 3 judges were super. Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. Yeah, binary. So yeah, congratulations to Jerry for his Birds Aren't Real project. Oh wait, there were other categories too. I guess I forgot about those, but you were the only person to get votes in the bribe category too, for some reason. The kids all did really well, and the judges were impressed. We have a data guy on our team, but he was busy, so he just loaded everything into Chat GPT. At one point, it had descending order, and it was just awful. And he just really needs to step it up next year. But the kids all tied for the win. If your child brought a science project, see me afterwards. I'll give them their prize. In the everybody else category, the top 3 scores, with all scores weighted equally, for first place, the artificial pancreas. Where's Jay? And then the flipper project, are you here? And then Hack Art did really well too. Where's Mickey? There's Mickey. I suspect we'll talk more about that later. Also new this year was the DEI luncheon, which I heard was a huge hit. Ryan, do you have anything you want to talk about? Awesome. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you to the hotel staff for the food and the snacks all week while we were here and kept us fed. What was that? Snack the Planet. That's right. And then it was really awesome to see people bring their children out and have them participate in stuff. I know my son last year spent an hour trying to pick a lock, and was super, super proud when he got it. And so much so that for his birthday, he wanted a lock picking set. So, yeah. And thank you to the store. Again, that was Kate. She is not in this picture for some reason. I think she's taking it. and we had a lot of different products this year, and we have a giveaway from the Flask Corn Stats. Now, this was done by the stats guy without ChatGPT. There was 48 guesses. The biggest guess with 323,589. And the minimum was 300. So the average number of kernels, throwing out the top and bottom answers, 3,500 or 3,500, and the median was. Why did you put all this? The median. and the mode, obviously, 1,337. But real quick, let's give it up to Wasey for counting every single kernel in there. Okay. So the winner.
So we realized we probably didn't say the rules before we put this out there. So it was like, do you do prices right, closest without going over? And so we actually have two gift baskets. So we're going to go with the closest, which was Tyson C. And so the actual number was 2,000, how much? 2,793. And so he was, he was 64 kernels off with 2,857. So actually really, really close. So Tyson C here must be present to win, maybe? Okay. So then the next closest, I guess, would be David Lindner with, he guessed 3,007, so 214 off. Not here? Oh, boy, okay. All right, well, how about Micah Saizen? Okay, there you go. So 2,564, so 229 without going over, right? And then I guess second place, that was okay. And then second place would be, sorry, I'm having to do some maths here. 293. Jacqueline A. Here? No? Yes? No? Okay. And then Arbor Pseudomaster? Yeah. No, there you go. All right.
The second closest who was not here, he took a picture of it, uploaded it to ChatGPT, and asked how many was in there. Yeah, it's crazy. Volunteers. This conference again, I know I say, could not happen if X, Y, and Z, but our volunteers wearing blue, can you please stand up or raise your hand? Yeah, thank you guys. We'll work on instructions later. Yeah. But we sent out a call of volunteers to people from past and students. We had 30 plus volunteers. They did things like assist with the science fair, monitor the cameras in the back, help registration, walk the CTF, write challenges in some cases, time the speakers, and more. Thank you very much. You make the conference work. And now our head of security, Jason, would like to talk about the transparency report.
Head of security sounds so important. So as we've continued to grow, our goal is to provide a safe, fun place to enjoy KernelCon, hence our code of conduct. And we want to be completely transparent with anything that happens. There you go. We've had nothing. So thanks to you guys. This was an awesome conference. Nothing happened. Keep it up. We'll see you next year.
Hey, watch that guy. Watch that guy. All right. Well, you know what? Now for something that matters. Popcorn. So this is a slide from last year where Jason and Henry painstakingly counted how many kernels were in a bag. I noticed that Wasey counted more than you guys did. There was 1,416 per bag. So the number of kernels that we popped this year was 100,952. That was a 28% increase over last year, an average of about 230 kernels eaten by each attendee. So so that's important. That's important facts. Real quick, this is Henry. That 28%, that was him. He gave me more. I said just one number is enough. But he loves data. So this is him. This is some of the stuff he did this year. Was he actually took our registration stats and put it into Kubernetes, or not Kubernetes, excuse me. Yeah, put it into Elasticsearch and Elk Stack. And he then gave us statistics every day, I think. This is when you registered, it said, what is your favorite popcorn? Caramel, is the true believer here. Caramel gang. Cheddar, and then white. Wow. Exciting stuff, Henry. This is something that's pretty interesting, I think. It shows our growth. It shows our growth like throughout the year, and there are obvious jumps. Like here, I think is when we announced the keynotes, and then maybe here is when we announced the speakers. And I'm just pointing. Henry will tell me later how right I am. Do you want? No.
So no, I heard somebody say, what are the axes, right? So this is time, and this is number of registrations, right? So these greenish lines are how many we got for that day, right? This is like, hey, we probably told all the speakers, go register, or volunteers, go register, and then the total number. So you can see we're all a whole bunch of late, like people who wait until the last minute to do this stuff. So just, yeah, it's what I do. It's cool.
That's great. Thank you, Henry. No. This is awesome. This is great. Competitions. Real quick, I wanted to call out the backdoor and breaches competition. They actually had, these are corn trophies, and the cards are sliced into them, made up, and then they had a little game go on. That was put on by the it was put on by Black Hills Information Security. I was inside of the Wild West Hacking Labs area. So thank you for that. We also did another competition, the KernelCon CTF, and I'm going to pass it over to Yoshi.
Whoa. Okay. No, Yoshi, what are you doing? Okay, so we had a great turnout for the CTF this year. I really appreciate everybody that stopped by and even checked it out or came in to play the ROM hacks. We had 113 users, 59 teams, 38 out of 39 challenges that were solved. That's amazing. We don't usually get that high of a percentage of completion, so I'm pretty happy with that. 322 challenge solves. Dev Null with the CTF first blood or the first solve. Yeah. And then the number of teams with at least one solve was 44. That's awesome. Okay. So here's some pictures of me setting up all the boxes on Thursday night and testing them all. They took forever to put together and test. And then over here, we just have pictures of the hack cart challenge stuff. The boxes each were tied to the balloons, and when you solved a hack cart challenge, the balloon would pop. Kind of like when you play battle mode in Mario Kart. So that was pretty popular as well. And then the hack cart boxes is something that I did most of the 3D printing and stuff on. Each one of the 16 boxes took 13 hours in total to print. 208 total hours print time, and a lot of prototyping. And then many, many hours designing the 3D model that I downloaded from the internet and then modified. And then you can see here some people playing the ROM hacks that we had custom made with custom made levels or changes to the ROMs that wouldn't normally be in there. And the winner is Computer Boomers. Congratulations. They left already, so I can't really hand out anything for them. Must be present to win. But the last couple hours, you can see the density up here in that last couple 4 hours there, 4 or 5 hours. That a lot of challenge solves coming in on that time frame. So thanks to everybody that participated. And let's see here. Is there another slide? Oh, no. I can open up the, let's see, on the wheel of names. So I have prizes to give out. If you participate in the CTF, your name is in this list. I don't have real names, so you'll have to remember the username you gave me. Must be present to win as well. And this is the infamous wheel of death or doom that spun for, 5 minutes every spin last year? 5 hours of spinning. A lot of spinning. Okay. Well, let's just click to spin. Oh, yeah. So, of course, the winners, Steve. Anybody got Steve in the room?
No, Steve's not present.
All right, too late, yeah. So the winners of the CTF got the Eternal Colonel, which is a lifelong badge to Colonel Con, and then there's also reciprocal entrance to other cons that Colonel Con partners with. And so you get in free forever. And then we also got a Nintendo Switch Lite that we'll be sending them as the other prize. So that goes right in line with our Mario themed. So first one up is a pencil. It's a soldering iron, really cool, and some extra tips. Let's see what else we got here. Is it too long? Is it too long? We can change it. Archon? Okay. I'm going, yep. You'll have to be quick to the trigger before I start spinning again. Is it not fast enough? Sarthos? Sorthos. Okay. Must be present to win. John Wick? Jay Wick? Woo! We got one! A live one. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Pseudomaster. Woo! Okay, nice. They get the pencil. Next up is the iFixit. Rickson is up next, yeah. And then Rickson's getting a iFixit toolkit there. What's going up next? Attacking Network Protocols book. Snip Snap is on there twice. Nope, not here. The odds are getting better and better. Heavy Locust? Hey, there's one. Yeah, there you go. You got a book? If you don't like your book, you can trade with your neighbor. Okay, up next is the Ida Pro book. I don't know. Does anybody know who wrote the book on Ida Pro? The author. Al Filbert? Hey, there we go. Chrissy, go ahead, buddy. Yeah? All right. Another iFixit toolkit coming out. Vulture. All right. Let's go. Nope, not him. You could have walked up and grabbed it. I'm done with the wheel. Yeah, I know. At 0? Anybody got that? No? Must be present to win. No. Man, the wheel spin is even longer because we gotta go through so many people. Zoogs? Wow, okay. Nobody likes prizes. Parmesan cheese. Nope, nope. Okay. Where's the setting for the 3 seconds is too long. Cyber jam.
We're just gonna start throwing them out.
Zoolander. Hey! Somebody get this guy a book on IDAPRO. No, he needs the IDAPRO book. Attacking network protocols again. BXLE. Woo! So many prizes. This is Black Hat Python. Those are all going out too. Yep. Sure. Milkman? No? No? Okay. Red Balloon 2. Anybody know? Okay. Well, odds are getting better and better every time. So. Your team? These are all individual names. Then I did it. Then we did it wrong. I have almost everybody in here though. I got 5 of those. You can get one. Come get it. Yep. There you go. Raleigh. Hey, we got a Raleigh in here. Oh my God! There's only 3 more. There's only 2 more things. This is always a disaster. Ren Mizo. Okay, great. Mushroom. Is there a mushroom? Yes, we have one. Last one. One more. Jeff. That's it, right? That's all of them, right? No? That guy's Jeff. Great. Okay. Thank you, Jeff. Without further ado.
All right. Thank you, Nate, and all the CTF organizers. And thank you all again for coming. We'll see you in 2024. Watch our social media for date updates and any further KernelCon updates. Thank you, everyone.